Hi, Gemini. Welcome to your April 2021 General Tarot reading. It's Raina here. I always seem to pause, like I don't know what month I'm doing here. So I already have an astrology reading for April, and you can check my channel for that if you haven't heard it. And I'm just going to keep this to the to the tarot. Okay. No, I've been seeing like a lot of pentacles lately, and I assume that for whatever sign you're talking about, that money, might be an issue just in general. And of course, in April, the sun goes into an earth sign in Taurus, so that makes sense on that level. But just kind of paying attention. The heart of the matter is the Nine of Wands. And this is a card that can talk about somebody who has their defenses up, so they're fortified for some reason. This can be setting boundaries with somebody in your life who may be trying to get you to do things you don't want to do, who maybe you've broken up with and they still try to come back. The number 9 is nearing the end of the cycle, so it's kind of like the last stand. So, for instance, you might have been working on something and you have one more hurdle to jump over. And actually, there are going to be eclipses in Sag and Gemini this year. Sag in June. In May. And then Gemini in June. And then, of course, at the end of the year, there's going to be another one at the end of the year in Sag. And the reason I'm bringing that up is because there may be, change afoot. And this can simply be that, you might feel a bit defensive about something because you've been through something with someone and you're not having it anymore. You're changing your tactics, and it could simply be that you're being very strong about it. Physically, you may have a strong immune system, some of you, and this is giving you a feeling of physical strength. In the past position, there is the Ace of Pentacles, and so this is a new job sometimes, or money, a windfall in money. So an example of this would be, let's say that you had some kind of an inheritance battle, and you were victorious, because we do have, as the higher message, the Wheel of Fortune, which suggests luck and money and things like that coming to you. I call luck, now I call it alignment, more just like things kind of flowing, because you're in a position where you're aligned with your purpose, and perhaps you went through a lot to get to this outcome of the Ace of Pentacles, and yet there still is some kind of treachery, or somebody in the background trying to maybe scheme and try to do things, and you have to stand guard, because that person may try to reappear, try to take something, even if you're like, same would apply for any kind of legal issue like a divorce where money is involved. The Ace of Pentacles, if this is like a new job, you still may feel wary about something. Perhaps you went through a former employer. In that kind of environment, it was very stressful and things like that. So you're still kind of like recovering from that. And maybe you're a little bit more defensive than you normally are, because you are still recovering from what you were exposed to with someone that you used to work for. What crosses you is the Page of Pentacles. So this is in the challenge position. And this can also be, we had a Mercury retrograde, and pages can connect with messages. And this may have been about money, and maybe there was still something, there was some kind of misunderstanding about money that maybe set a whole bunch of things into set things into motion, but in a rather erroneous way that it wasn't supposed to be. And you may have to sort things out. I honestly believe that sometimes there are misunderstandings that just compound upon themselves, and that can create a situation where you feel this alienation from someone, and it really was simply that there was poor communication. Actually, now that I think about it, during that last Mercury retrograde that ended at the end of, when was that? It was like actually into, that one was in Pisces though. I'm thinking I thought there was one in Capricorn, which would have been your 8th house and would have had something to do with, could have had something to do with shared resources like inheritances. And maybe there was so I mean, I can't, I can't really recall back then. But in any case, whatever this could be, you still, don't jump to conclusions about other people. They may be operating with false information. Also, with the Page of Pentacles in the challenge position, pages and aces are similar in that they're the beginning stages of things. So if you have started a new job and you feel like there is some kind of problem that, you're being judged, or you just feel like you have to defend yourself, so you're a little bit touchy about that. Sometimes it's because you're not communicating on the job properly that, it persists. And, you would think that Geminis would be the masters of communication, but even you can be a bit reluctant to engage in that, especially if your Mercury is in Cancer. Sometimes that can make you a lot more sensitive to any possible criticism or I don't know, like awkward situation. What's coming in? 9 of Pentacles. This is somebody who is financially self-sufficient. And so maybe it's just a reminder that you have more than you need. And so if you're ever dealing with something that feels like you're always under attack, even if it's a new job, you might have that recourse where you can do something about it. The 9 of Pentacles is a card of self-employment too, so that might be something that is coming down the pike. If you have been, and even with the Ace of Pentacles, that might be something that you have started. Perhaps you don't have the advertising you want with Page of Pentacles in the challenge position, that you have to open up your channels of, letting people know that you're in business and how you promote yourself. So that might be, that you have to communicate things. And then the outcome is the Queen of Wands. And this is a card of self-empowerment. This card actually connects with Sagittarius, but I always connect it with Leo. I think I'll always say that because I just see that sunflower, and Leo is ruled by the sun, and royalty. I always think of Leo more than Sag in that type of a role. But any fire sign energy, and this is very fire energy is very independent and very creative. So I started the reading with a wands, and I ended with one, and we have 2 nines here. And in addition to being possibly the end of something, or nearing the end of something, and that we talk about cycles, like the Wheel of Fortune connects with cycles in life. This could be something that is showcasing in April a more independent way that you are making a living. Maybe this is not there yet, and perhaps that's why the Page of Pentacles is in the challenge position, because you're you're working into that, but you might be a little bit, well, I'm not sure if I'll be able to sustain it, or what have you, but it's a process. So anyway, that's what I have for you, Gemini. I hope you enjoyed this. If you'd like a personal reading, I have been promoting my double readings, because they are at a special price, but they're also more intensive. So I have a double astrology reading, like a full-length natal chart interpretation, full-length transits for the upcoming 12 months. And then and that's great too for Geminis, because first of all, your birthday is coming up, and you can kind of get an insight into the themes of the coming solar return. And then also I have one that is a combination natal chart and transits reading, as well as a full-length tarot reading for people who like the tarot, called the Whole Enchilada. So the link is below. My website is rainamoonastrology.com. Thanks for listening. Take care.